Congratulations. Obviously, that was a big win for you. Just give me your immediate thoughts on the fight.
Yeah, it was a super tough fight. I feel like I won the last 3 rounds and we dropped the first 2, but I think a really good experience.
Yeah, and you dropped the first 2 rounds and managed to come back and win those last 3. What does that do for, I guess, like your confidence and your resiliency and your adaptability and things like that if a fight starts and it maybe isn't going the way you want it to?
Yeah, I know I always have them myself. I almost wish I would stop dropping those first 1 or 2 rounds. But I knew if I find my timing with that takedown and was able to kind of grind her out that it would slow her down. And it definitely slowed her down the 4th. I felt like my strikes were doing better and I could beat her there. And then the 5th I got my takedown again and I knew it was my fight.
Yeah, is that something you notice in the gym or just in fights that maybe you're a little bit of a slow starter?
Yeah, I think just from fights, I've been trying to fix it in the gym, and I'll go back and definitely keep trying to fix it. I'm fighting a super elite striker, so they're super sharp those first couple of rounds.
Mm-hmm. Was there any doubt that you had won the fight, or when they were reading the decision, were you a little nervous at any point?
My cornermen were super confident that I had won, so it was giving me confidence, but I didn't want to be too hyped because I knew it was super close. But when I heard unanimous, I could feel that I felt like I really won those last 3.
Mm-hmm. And you called out Alexa Grasso, which I thought was perfect. How likely do you think it is that she would take that fight with you right now?
I think she already said something about that she would love to take that fight, so I think it's going to happen.
Yeah. What do you think, in terms of a game plan and approach to that fight, how do you think it would unfold?
Yeah, she's another great boxer just like Rose is, so I can see it being similar.
Yeah, it sounds like they might be going to Mexico in February. Would you be willing to do that fight at Elevation and all that in Mexico City?
I don't know about Mexico, but we'll see.
Okay, great. Thank you, Erin.
Congrats on the win tonight. That's now 2 wins you have over former champions in Jessica Andrade and Rose Namajunas. So what does that mean to you when you hear that?
I feel like I'm building my own legacy. I'm 25 years old. I'm gaining these wins against super tough opponents, and I'm learning every time.
And just what did you think of the crowd tonight? It was pretty noisy down there for the last couple of fights.
Yeah, I thought the crowd was great. They were cheering, I feel like, for both of us. I love when the crowds just love the fight.
And I know this is kind of out of your hands. You mentioned Grasso. If she reciprocates, great. Timing-wise, do you want some time off? You look a little banged up, but I don't know how serious anything is.
I'll have to go home and see. I feel like after you win, you're so hyped you can't really tell. But I'll go home and see how I'm feeling.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Erin, obviously, Alexa was a great call-out. A win over Alexa put you right in there for the title mix. Do you want to get a couple of fights before that title shot, just to make sure that when you get there, you're ready and you're going to be able to defend that title?
Yeah, I feel like all my fights that I've had have kind of led me up to that point. And fighting against these levels of opponent, I think, will really set me up. I don't want to fight people that are not necessarily ever going to be champs themselves. I feel like that's not going to give me the experience I need. So that's why I called someone like Alexa.
Going in there against Rose tonight, obviously, very, very dangerous early days. We've seen that in the past. So was it a thing just kind of being super careful in those first 2 rounds where you can then implement your grappling and take the fight down and just keep Rose guessing, which also opens up your striking too?
Exactly. I wanted to be patient. I feel like my last fight, I really ran into a lot, and I tend to do that. So being patient and working on my striking was something that was huge for me. And then, just changing the paces throughout the rounds to find that win.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Good. Thank you.